time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another bullet journal video. So today we are going to be setting up for September, which is crazy because that means that we only have 4 months left of 2019, which is just insane to think about. But here I'm going to be setting up my header page, and I decided to keep this month's setup quite similar to last month's theme, so we're going to be keeping it quite minimal, and we're just going to be using black and white and basic shapes.
I can't describe it. And she can talk about it like it's magic. The way that she loves.
I really enjoyed having a monthly calendar in last month's spread, so I decided to create another small one here, just so that way it's just a really quick, easy glance, one page, and I can see everything that's happening. So I'm just drawing a really small box, keeping it really simple, and I'm just going to be putting the dates in the top left corner, and then I'm going to be labeling this monthly view. I did have a few different kind of ideas for themes this month, and I drew out so many and then changed my mind a lot. So if any of you have got any theme ideas or ideas that you would like, or themes that you would like to see me do in my bullet journal, definitely leave them down below, and then for next month I can look back on this video and see if there's anything that you guys want to see, which will make it easier for me too. I also wanted to create somewhere where I can write down all of my videos, so that way I'll know what video is going up when. So I can also plan ahead. So for my plan with me videos, I can plan what kits I'm using, and I can write them down here so I'll know which date and which kit I'm using. And then I also have a separate Sims channel, and that way I can write down what video is going up on what date as well. So it's like an upload schedule kind of situation. So for decorations, I just decided to keep it kind of like doodles, similar to like what I did last month, although last month everything was kind of to do with mountains. I will link that video in the cards in case you didn't see last month's, but that was all hand doodles and more to do with travel, because it was like a camping month for me in my household. So you can definitely go back and watch that one if you haven't already. And then for the rest of the decorations, I decided just to create my own washi strips instead of using washi that I've got, even though I probably should have, because I've got way too many in my collection that need using up. But I decided just to draw washi shapes and then decorate them with lots of different patterns.
The way that she loves my habits.
For my next spread, it took a little bit of pre-planning and pre-drawing out, as you can see, but I wanted to have a page where I had all of my children's timetables written down. That way it was a lot easier for me to see where they are on what day, and if they've got everything that they need for whatever lesson that they have. So they're all going to look the same. It's just a basic timetable box that I've written out, and I've also labelled them with the name of each child. Obviously I can't fill these out until they have gone back to school and college and got their timetables ready, so that's something that I'm going to have to go back and fill out. The only one that I can kind of pre-plan a little bit ahead is my youngest one, Harry, as he is at high school. So although his timetable will have changed, the kind of schedule or the structure of the day will be the same. So I've put in an R for registration, a B for break time, and an L for lunchtime. I also wanted to have an area where I could write down all of the bus times and the bus numbers and the bus stops and places, because it makes it easier than me trying to search it online. And sometimes the children may miss a bus and I'll have to find out what the next one is, or some of their classes might finish earlier or later and they have different bus times. So this just makes it easier because I know I can just flip to this page and all of the bus information is written there. And then I'm just finishing off by doodling some more washi strips. So I'm using the same pen as I did last month, which is the Zebra Rapid Dry ink. which is really good in my bullet journal. It doesn't bleed through too much, it dries straight away so it doesn't smudge. The only thing, however, I noticed, oh, my phone's going off, is when I'm using the ruler here, the ink is actually transferring onto the ruler and it's not drying, so it does smudge a little bit if you're using like a ruler or anything. But other than that, if you're just kind of drawing by hand and you're not using a ruler, this pen is perfect. So now we're moving on to my weekly spreads. I'm going to keep my weekly spreads looking all the same as I did last month because it looked really nice and cohesive every time you turned the page, and I really like that. So before, I used to kind of switch up what my weekly layouts looked like just to make it a bit more fun and interesting, but I've decided I actually like it looking all fairly similar. So they're all going to have the same layout. I did switch the next week though, because I put the Saturday and Sunday under each other rather than have them in a straight line. That way I could extend how wide the boxes were a little bit, but other than that it's going to look the same. And it's just going to have different washi strips on each one with different patterns.
Baby, we can do this all night. Keep on second guessing our love, oh love. I don't really care if you don't mind. Baby, we can do this all night. We can do it all night. We can do it all night. Baby, won't you?
So with September finally here, it means that autumn is fast approaching. I know for me in my sticker shop, I'm now going to be actually designing winter things as well. So I've got Christmas on my mind and all sorts of things. But my question to you is, what are you most looking forward to in autumn? Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you like about autumn or what you're looking forward to. Or if autumn isn't your favourite month, let me know why, or let me know what your favourite month is. My favourite is probably, I'm just trying to think, it's probably spring because it's not too hot. With autumn, I love it because of all the colours, but then it kind of gets messy with all the leaves falling on the floor, which I don't like. And then when the winter comes and it snows, I love it when it's crisp white snow, but then when the snow starts to kind of melt and go all the slushy horrible colour, then I don't like it either. So I think spring probably is my personal favourite, but let me know yours down below. I have sped this section up more than the others because drawing all these tiny little lines took forever and it was starting to smudge, so I had to keep moving the ruler, so I was using a different part. But yeah, it took so long to do that part. But I think we are on the last week, I think. Oh no, we have one more week to go. So for the patterns, I was kind of just getting inspiration from either washi that was in my collection. I think here I'm going to pull out some washes. Yeah, so I just kind of looked at the patterns that were on there and took inspiration. Sometimes I copied them like exactly, and other times I just kind of took one part of the pattern.
I really wonder, how did it come to this? Go see my friends, but then I realized they're all your friends. Is this who I am? You see me.
And then for my last page in my September setup, I'm going to be doing a quote. I like to include a quote every single month, and this time I'm just kind of decorating it with washi. And I went to Pinterest or on the internet and found different patterns that I liked.
Every time you come and name, what do I, whipping me into madness. I try to lay low, but I can never stay away from you. What do I, we can't stop it, so I keep on rolling in silence. So I keep on rolling in silence.
And then I'm going to end it by writing my quote straight on the middle, and it says, "Have courage and be kind." And that was it for the September setup. I'm going to give you a quick flip through of how it ended up looking. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you give me a thumbs up, as it really helps my channel out. Also, if you are new to my channel, then make sure you hit the subscribe button before you go, and that way you won't miss out on any of my uploads. I hope you guys are having a really good week so far, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye guys!
But I can never stay away from you.